The beast out of the earth. And then I saw another beast coming out of the earth. He had 2 horns like a lamb, but he spoke like a dragon. He exercised all the authority of the first beast on his behalf, and made the earth and its inhabitants worship the first beast, whose fatal wounds had been healed. And he performed great and miraculous signs, even causing fire to come down from heaven to earth in full view of men. But the signs he was given power to do on behalf of the first beast. He deceived the inhabitants of the earth. He ordered them to set up an image in honour of the beast, who was wounded by the sword and yet lived. He was given power to give breath to the image of the first beast, so that it could speak and cause all who refused to worship the image to be killed. He also forced everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on his right hand or on his forehead, so that no one could buy or sell unless he had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of his name. This calls for wisdom. If anyone has insight, let him calculate the number of the beast, for it is man's number. His number is 666. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is David, and if you are new here, hi, welcome. And if you have been watching my channel for a while now, welcome back. So today I will be reviewing Rosemary's Baby by Ira Levin. I've never read anything by Ira Levin. I know he has written the Stepford Wives, but this is the first book I've ever read by the author. This was suggested to me by one of my subscribers who wanted to get my perspective on the novel. I did have a copy, or I do have a copy on my Kindle, but I listened to it on audio. If you are interested in listening to the same audio version that I listen to, because I listen to it on YouTube, I will put a link down below to the specific version I listen to, just in case that you want to listen to the exact version that I listen to. Also, my overall experience with this novel was, for the most part, very positive. Although this book, even though it's classified as a horror novel, it doesn't have many horrifying scenes or blood and guts and gore in it. It's mostly creepy in parts, but it wasn't at all what I expected it to be. I expected it to be kind of a Exorcist meets The Omen, kind of like a cross between them types of movies, but that wasn't what I at all got. But I enjoyed the book for the most part. But I will go through what I enjoyed and what I didn't enjoy in my likes and dislikes section of this video. So a little bit of backstory about the book itself. It was published on the 12th of March 1967, so it's a fairly old book. There's a movie based on it as well, which was released over in America on the 12th of June 1968. So more or less 1 year, well, just under 1 year actually, after the novel came out. I haven't seen the movie, but if you have seen it, let me know down below if it's any good. I don't know why I haven't seen the movie before, but if it's any good, I will give it a watch. It also has a mini-series based on this novel as well, which is a 2 episodes mini-series, and it was released on the 11th of May 2014, and it finished on the 15th of May of the same year. As I said, this novel is classified as being a horror novel, and there is a sequel to Rosemary's Baby, which I didn't know about while reading this novel. I found out about it while I was about halfway through it. The novel for its sequel is actually called Son of Rosemary, which was published many years after this novel was actually released. The Son of Rosemary was published in the year of 1997. So a little bit about the author now. Ira Marvin Levin, which is his full name. He was an American author, and he was born on the 27th of August 1929, and he died on the 12th of November 2007. So before I get into telling you guys what the story is all about, I just want to say my usual things here. This is going to be a spoiler-free video. I am not going to spoil anything about the story whatsoever. And also, this is going to be my own thoughts and opinions regarding this book. So, what's the storyline for Rosemary's Baby? It's a fairly straightforward story. It opens up with obviously Rosemary and Guy, which are our two main characters. Rosemary and Guy are a married couple, and they are going from apartment to apartment and house to house, trying to find a place for them to settle down and to start a family. Rosemary is very particular about the kind of house and apartment that she wants to settle down in. She doesn't want to have any, and she does want to go into a place that's new, and everything's all clean and neat and tidy, and all the walls are white. She wants to settle down into a place that has got a bit more character. We find out that Rosemary isn't a evil person. She hasn't got any like evil thoughts in her head, and she doesn't act bad or anything like that. She's a very nice, sweet, naive person. Sorry about that, guys. And her main drive for her character is to settle down with Guy and to have a baby. That is Rosemary's main goal. Also, just a little thing as well, along the story, Guy, her husband, refers to Rosemary as Ro. I wasn't a particularly big fan of this. I don't know why he couldn't have just called her Rose, but yeah, maybe it was a pet name for her. But Rosemary and Guy find an apartment where they settle down in, and everyone everyone welcomes them with open arms and says hi to them, and you know, all that general stuff that people usually do when they settle down into a new neighbourhood, and then the neighbours greet them. We also find out that Guy is a actor. He has been in TV or movies or theatre. I'm not sure what ones, I can't remember. But he's been in several stuff that has been successful, and he's trying to get more roles and to progress his career. Rosemary doesn't have a job. She gives me the impression that she is she is really content into being a housewife and staying at home, looking after the baby when they eventually have one, and cooking for Guy and their child, looking after the house, tidying up, pretty much being a housewife, and just being, you know, like a good wife and a mother to their child when they eventually do get one, or actually have one. Everyone in the apartment seems really nice. No one seems to be overly weird or anything like that. And but they do tend to give Rosemary loads of drinks and food to actually consume. They tend to give Rosemary quite a few drinks, and we don't, at first we don't really like see this as a big deal. But as the story progressed, I was thinking, okay, do they have kind of a hidden motive because they keep on giving her stuff to drink? So I'm thinking, is there anything, is there a hidden motives behind them actually doing this? As the story progresses, we find out that Rosemary has a dream or a nightmare where she is carried off, and she is put in a room, and she's been painted on with all this red stuff, which she doesn't know if it's paint or whether it's blood, and all these people standing around her doing all these incantations and all this mumbo jumbo witch stuff, and but when she comes to, she dismisses it as just a simple dream, nothing more. It didn't happen, it was just a dream in her head, and she moves on. And it's a very slow book. there isn't much stuff that's actually horrifying or gory. It's mostly creepy. But as the story progresses, we find out that there's this, I'm not sure if he was a detective that was helping Rosemary, because she was very paranoid about the residents of the house maybe doing something to hurt her baby, because at this time she's pregnant. After the dream, she's miraculously pregnant with a baby. And she's concerned, as I said, that the residents of this apartment building are doing something to maybe harm the baby. As inside her belly, she is incredible pain. She is incredible pain all the time, and she thinks that they've done something to her body. This I'm not sure if he's an investigator or a policeman, but something happens to him as he's doing his investigations. I'm not sure whether it's a heart attack or whether he goes into a coma. But when she goes to try to find out what's actually happened, she finds out that he left a book for her to actually have, and this book is about witchcraft, and she doesn't know why he has actually done this, but when she reads it, she becomes more knowledgeable in witchcraft and all that type of stuff, and Satanism as well, that the book actually talks about as well. I'm just trying to think about what to say, guys. So as the story progresses even further, Rosemary eventually has the baby, but before she does, she says, "Oh well, I'm in pain," and then ultimately, just 1 second later, she says, "Oh, the pain has stopped. I've got no pain in my belly. The pain is instantly gone." And you're thinking, well, how could you have gone from being in extreme agony and pain, and then in the next second you're totally fine and the pain's gone without taking any tablets or anything like that? Because the doctors haven't, because the doctor that she goes to hasn't prescribed her with any medication or anything like that, which she finds really, really strange. And then, as I said, when she has the baby, they take the baby away from her and they tell her that the baby has died, that something has happened to the baby. And I'm not sure if this may be a kind of, I mean, I'm not counting this as a spoiler because it really isn't. You're kind of expecting this to actually happen. But as the story progresses after that, we find Rosemary finds out that because she's still lactating, she's the neighbours of the apartment are instructing her to not breastfeed, just to like put all of her milk into bottles, and they take the bottles of milk away, and they say, oh, and then she was saying, oh well, what are you doing with these? And they say, oh, don't worry, we're just chucking them away. And you're thinking, well, if you're just chucking them away, why can't I why do I have to give you guys my milk? And the milk, the colour of the milk is really strange as well. I don't know if this is what the colour, of breast milk is supposed to be, but it's kind of a very, very, very light green, and it's I'm not entirely sure if breast milk is supposed to be light green, but if it is, my word, maybe it's a like a mint flavour milk, I don't know. But she's very curious about why they are doing this and why they're just simply doing this and just chucking the milk away. And she hears a baby crying one night, and she goes to investigate, and she finds that there's this hidden room, and there's this crib in the middle of the room, and it's all black, and there's a upside down cross hanging from the into the crib. And when she goes to see the baby, it's no surprise, because this is about the Antichrist. She has found out that all this witch stuff that she's been dreaming of has actually become real. It was actually real. She didn't actually dream it. It was something that she really experienced. And we find out that when she looks at the baby, she finds out that it has horns, it has a tail, and its eyes are really bright yellow with kind of like cat slits eyes. And it's just a normal baby apart from having a tail, horns, and then cat eyes. And we find out that from these people which are female and male witches, that Rosemary has been chosen by the devil himself, Satan, to have his baby, which is the Antichrist. This isn't really much of a spoiler because anyone that knows Rosemary's Baby knows that it's about the Antichrist. Rosemary, and they're all going around saying hell, Satan and hell, you know, and all that type of stuff, and it's really, I wouldn't say upsetting because, I mean, but it's shocking. It's really shocking when they're doing this, because you're thinking, oh my god, this is truly horrifying. And I'm not, I mean, I'm a Christian, I have a Bible, but it didn't really upset me, all this Satanism and Antichrist stuff. It didn't really upset me. And at the end, Rosemary finds out about this. They tell her openly what they have been doing and what has actually happened, and they have been giving Rosemary's milk to her son. I can't remember the exact name. I think his name is Adam, but they want to call him Adrian, but Rosemary says, oh no, I'm going to call him Adam. And yeah, and you know, at the end, Rosemary has to make the ultimate decision whether to kill the baby, because she has a knife. She has a big ass knife that she brings into the room with her, so she has to think, so she has to decide whether she's going to kill herself, kill the baby, or both, or maybe she will accept the baby. I'm not sure, you know. That's what she has to decide in her mind, whether she is going to kill the baby, or despite its differences and its physical appearances and that it is the son of Satan, to maybe openly accept the baby. She has to come to, she has to like choose one of them options. And yeah, that's the main storyline of Rosemary's Baby. It's very simple, and yeah, it's very straightforward and to the point. So now I come to my section of this video where I talk about what I liked and what I didn't like about this novel. First, my likes. I liked how this novel was actually written. Even though this was published in the 60s, it's not complicated or difficult or flowery to actually read. It's very straightforward and to the point. And I liked Ira's writing style. As I said, this has a sequel which is called The Son of Rosemary, which I did buy straight after I finished Rosemary's Baby. I immediately went on Amazon and bought Son of Rosemary. So I'm extremely looking forward to reading that one. As this book focuses mostly on the birth of Rosemary's Baby. That's the, you know, this section is about the birth of the baby. I like the end scene with the witches and the Antichrist in it. That was very creepy and atmospheric. I like the kind of like creepy dream scenes as well. I guess I liked Rosemary as a character, although I did find her, as I said, she is a bit naive, but she is very she isn't really a strong character, but she is okay. And now I come to my dislikes. I didn't like how this book drags a lot. That, as I said, this isn't a very scary book. It has elements and a few scenes sprinkled here and there that can be a bit creepy and weird. And you do suspect the residents of this apartment building about what their motivations are, but it's not a very scary scene or a novel rather. It doesn't have any killer clowns or any possessed cars or any or the building itself isn't actually haunted by ghosts or anything like that. If you do read this book, which I strongly recommend that you do, don't go into this. Don't go into this book thinking that it's going to be a very bloody and gory book with everyone saying "Hail Satan" all the time and 666 being everywhere. It isn't. It's a very slow-paced book, but I do feel that the ending of the book, which I won't say what happens or what the decision that Rosemary actually makes, but the ending was a very an ending which for me, it was worth the ending of this book to actually go on that journey. a lot of these characters I didn't really care for, especially the residents of the building itself, the residents, the neighbours. I didn't care for any of them. I didn't have a connection, or I didn't like or dislike any of them. They were just kind of unforgettable side characters. What else? Guy, I thought that he was kind of a I wouldn't say a jerk, but he was kind of unforgettable. It was actually kind of like in between between a main character and a side character. He didn't really do much, apart from obviously getting Rosemary into all this thing in the first place. Yeah, I don't really have any positive or negative thoughts towards the character as a whole. We were just unforgettable. So that was all my likes and dislikes for this novel. So closing thoughts I have for Rosemary's Baby. It is one that you should definitely read or listen to. It's very short, and the audio is about over 6 hours long, so it won't take you that long to listen to it or read it. But it's one that you should read while sitting, you know, in your favourite chair or in your room at night, and you are reading it. And especially during this time of the year, it will get you maybe in the spirit of the holiday and this time of the year. But as I said, don't actually go into this expecting it to be a very bloody and gory book about Satanism, about Satanism and the Antichrist. It isn't. It is a slow build up to the ending scene, but it is a book that you should definitely read, especially if you're a horror fan. So what do I rate Rosemary's Baby by Ira Levin? Currently, I was going to give it a 3 stars, but because of that ending scene that made it all worthwhile, the journey worthwhile, I'm going to bump it up to 3.5 stars out of 5. So that's it, guys. That is my review on Rosemary's Baby by Ira Levin. I hope that you have enjoyed me and my lovely assistant Nightmare here. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a massive like down below. Comment down below, let me know if I've maybe inspired you to pick this book up. If you have read it, let me know your thoughts on it, whether you've liked it, whether you disliked it. If you do comment about the plot and characters down below, try to keep it spoiler free, guys, so just in case anyone wants to read that is actually watching this video and they don't want to be spoiled, so try to keep that in mind, guys. And yeah, let me know if what you thought of this video as a whole, and subscribe if you want to. If you do subscribe, please click on the little bell notification button, just so you know whenever I upload videos. I upload videos every Monday and Friday. And if you aren't sure about whether you want to subscribe to my channel or not, look at my other videos. I've got loads of other videos and loads of playlists. So do whatever you want to do, guys. So lastly, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep reading, and I will see you in my next video.